This is a Headgum original.
Ready?
Let me get one big cough out.
It's going to be right when the episode starts.
It's loud.
Yes.
Oops, all producers. All Headgum's freelancers and Allie. We've got a lot to get to, guys, but first of all, do you guys want to just introduce yourselves for anybody who might not know who you guys are?
Go ahead, Sam.
I'm Sam. I work at Headgum as a freelancer.
And let's also hear what shows you guys produce.
I work on a Wayne Brady show called What If with Jonathan Mangum, and Here to Make Friends with Liz Feldman and Jesse Klein.
Are you contractually obligated to say the Jonathan Mangum part?
Yeah, he feels left out sometimes.
His dad created Mango Gum.
Yeah, exactly.
We should
Yeah,
say, yeah, he's an heir.
Jonathan Mango.
His Mangus Opus.
That's really
something
good.
there. Something there.
And then Kevin, let's get the shows you work on, but also how much sleep you got.
I'm Kevin Bartelt. Got 3 hours of sleep, and the energy will decline. I work on Hollywood Handbook, Extraordinarians, a new Gareth Reynolds project, and other non-Headgum shows as well. And
I thought the
Broad
Gareth
Ideas.
show was in development purgatory.
Oh, we've ascended to heaven.
But still development.
Still development. And Broad Ideas with Rachel Bilson and Olivia Allen. And other
Where does
shows.
Bilson live, do you think? Holly Weird
Here.
Hills?
We got a caught up for her. Times are tough.
Love that.
Love
Richelle?
that.
I'm Richelle Chen. I'm also a freelancer here, and I work on Get Played, Seek Treatment.
Holy shit.
Drag Her. Sorry. And that's it right now.
Nice. And that'll be the social clip, and we'll just have someone send that to Amano. Amelia?
Hello, my name is Amelia Marino. I am a one-show wonder. I work on Doughboys podcast, hosted by Mike Mitchell and Maron.
Holy
Hosted
shit.
by Mike Mitchell and Nick Weiger. And yeah, that's what I work on.
And they're on tour right now. Why are you only joining them in DC, can I ask?
Well, they went a little bit early to New York to film a Blank Check episode and to do some. I think they're filming or recording another Doughboys podcast. Yeah, I don't. They got stuff to do.
Okay. And Allie Khan.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
I feel like I have the cheat code of this episode because I could see the whole soundboard. I could see the episode notes.
This happened last week because this is I'm done with the desk.
Wow.
I used to be behind the desk all the time, and now I'm done with it because especially when we're in Studio G, nobody pays attention to me.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's dark back there too.
We're all usually behind the desk, and now we're all in front of the camera. Let's talk about it. We have to do Bond of the Week first. So let's get this out of the way. My Bond of the Week this week is basically, for those who don't know, it's you cannot look at the notes. You absolutely cannot look
Classic
at the
producer.
I want to see.
What does it say?
notes.
It's a bunch of buttons. It's a soundboard, and then
Week.
it says. It has a theme song. It's got Cash Cab, Crazy Train, Cricket Noises, CSI, yeah,
Being
Curb Your
outed.
Enthusiasm,
She pushed my laptop to get a better look.
Bad to the Bone meme.
Every week
Meme.
until the next 007 is cast, we're lobbing up our pick for the next James.
Okay.
My Bond of the Week this week is
I hope that was the
He's
sound
Marie
volume.
Pearl
I hope.
Zelmer Robinson. She holds the Guinness World Record for largest mouth gape during a yawn because it's time for a James yawn.
Oh. Just get her on the Extraordinarians.
Allie, do you have a James? Do you have a Bond of the Week?
I'm gonna go with Joel Dunoff from our
What?
tech department
Why?
because he's from what is it, Philly, Pittsburgh area. So it's kind of a John thing.
Nice.
Oh, James John. That's
James
funny.
John. Of course.
The 3 Ps.
Amelia, do
Phil
you have
the
a Bond of the
Pits.
week?
So what am I supposed to do?
You just lob up your pick for the next James Bond. It could be a goof.
Oh,
It could be
okay.
what you actually want it to be.
Well, okay, I got one. You mentioned a Robinson. I'm
Sure.
gonna pick Tim Robinson.
Wow, it took
Right,
mine. That's
because
what
of
I was
friendship.
going to
Oh,
say.
really? Sorry.
Tim Bondinson. Why
Yeah.
Tim?
Yes.
Oh man, I just saw Friendship in theaters.
Me
and
too.
Maroon. That
Shout
I
out
was
Friendship.
laughing so much.
Yeah, I've
I
heard
think
it's amazing.
it's
Friend of
so
the show,
funny.
Billy Brick, is in that.
So good.
I still haven't seen it.
Fantastic.
you
Tim
got it.
Bondinson in I Think You Should Die.
That's really good. And then who's singing the theme song?
Adele Dazeem.
So Adina Menzel scream singing. Yeah.
Yep.
Richelle?
The pilot from last night's episode of The Rehearsal.
I haven't
No.
seen it yet. No
Ooh,
spoilers.
it's so good.
But yeah, that's funny. Is it the guy? Is it the same? The really misogynistic guy? Is he-
No,
No.
there is a
No,
new...
I don't want to know. I said no spoilers. I have to say. I'm so sorry. I don't. I
There's a
shouldn't have
new
asked the
guy.
question. There's a new pilot.
There's a new
He's a hunk.
pilot.
Got it.
For
He's
sure.
a hunk.
Yeah, he's a hunk.
All right.
Walton Goggins.
Oh, I thought it was Tim Bondinson. Walton Goggins.
No, that was theirs. I was just helping out a little bit.
Everything you say is helping out a little bit. By
That's
the way.
We're here to help out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, Walton Goggins, so that he can tap dance with his mom at the final scene. That's what he did on SNL. He danced with his mom.
So you want him to tap dance with his mom out of character, or she's like playing somebody?
Ooh, Mrs. Mama Bond. Walton and his mom. Yep. That's all I got right now.
Mama Bond is Tyler Perry presents
Yep.
James Bond. Yeah.
Yep. I like it.
And then Sam, you're still going with Tim Robinson?
I could pick somebody else if that's what you desire.
I kind of do.
I'll go SpongeBob Square Bond. This
Is that because of Amelia's wallet?
Yeah.
Or- okay. And then Grace, you'll just cut that out.
Add
Okay.
it back in.
1 for 1.
Word of the week.
Hmm.
Actually, every week it's either word of the week or word of the day. This week it's word of the day.
Okay.
The word of the day is leprosy.
Leprosy?
Is it like?
No.
Is it like? It's leprosy. USSY.
Correct.
Okay.
LEPRUSSY.
Ooh.
It's when you put your whole energy and
Leprosy.
efforts into contracting leprosy.
Good.
Sweet.
Everyone's so trained to like not speak during
I
recording.
know, it's tough.
I just
Yeah.
don't know how to respond to that.
Okay,
Yes.
so it is what I
Yeah.
said.
Well, I didn't know if there's another cue up from that.
That's it.
Okay.
Basically, word of the day used to just be something someone said. For
Okay.
example, I,
Uh-huh.
the, she.
Yeah.
But
Familiar.
now it's
Leprosy.
coining phrases and terms
So
like
it-
leprosy.
If it comes up naturally in a conversation, do we do
Sure.
like a Pee Wee Herman yell?
You can, but it's not going to. And to that end, I want you like the idea is that I'm introducing and coining and creating phrases that people might start saying.
Yeah.
So just if you guys could kind of help me out and start saying leprosy
Leprosy.
Okay.
whenever it feels natural.
Okay.
Okay.
That can be arranged.
My thing is I like to blame the supply chain.
Meaning?
Like if an episode is late, for any reason, I go like supply chain's crazy right now.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kevin, this did make me think of you.
Okay.
Recently, I've been trying to like just kind of look out for things that remind me of my friends, and so yeah, I saw this on Instagram. And if you just want to read this out loud and describe it for our audio listeners,
Some people are so fake that if you look behind their necks, you'll see, and then it's a barcode and it says "Made in China." And this made you think of me because I'm a robot. I'm like,
no, it just kind of I saw this and I
product,
was
I
like, it
guess?
screamed, yeah, Bartel.
yeah, Bartelt. How many we got?
I have been wrong pronouncing your last name every single
I thought
time
it
I've
was
said it out
Bartlett.
loud.
That's
I
all right.
thought it was Bartlett. It's Bartel was what people yelled at me recently. And then I'm saying it in front of you,
Why
and you're
did
saying it's
they-
Bartel.
Why
yelled
did
at
they
you?
yell this at you?
Because I was just wrong over and over and over again.
Was there a conversation about me? Where people were shouting my name?
Are you flattered or threatened?
I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
Some people are so fake that if you look behind their necks, you'll see made in China. To me, that screams Kevin.
Yeah. I am famously fake.
Yeah.
So, people do have QR code tattoos, though. Have you guys ever fucked with trying that? Have you anyone interested?
My
Well,
cousin had
show
one
them
of
the
those.
lower lip tattoo, the bottom lip
You
where you
have
pull it
one?
off and you can
Okay,
scan.
the
and then it
video-
goes to-
Whoa.
Cut this out for the video editor.
Sure.
Just because I don't want people to have to do
Scan.
it. Yeah, scan it because it's kind of inappropriate. Here, I'll put my hand up so
Is
only
it going
you
to
guys
give us
can
a
see it.
virus?
Does it say La Pussy?
It's a PDF of Project
Oh,
2025.
wow.
I can't
Wow.
see.
The only difference is that at the
Oh my
end
God.
it says this is Kevin Bartel approved.
It looks
Sorry,
infected.
Bartel.
Spelled with a T. Yeah.
Made in America. It says.
It hurt, but it was worth it.
How come you chose blue
Leave it
ink?
up.
I like to stand out. I think the black tattoos for the lower lip
Mhm.
are kind of they've been done before, and I blue's my favorite color. Obviously, you can tell from my eyes,
And your hat pack hat is blue.
and my hat pack hat is blue.
Okay.
Your LaCroix.
My LaCroix is blue, and my undies are currently blue.
Aw.
Gross.
So
Prove
yeah, yeah.
You made a big show of dropping that LaCroix and then bending over, and it was a
Yeah.
huge whale tail, by the way.
And let me just tell you, those undies were not blue when I bought them.
So you stained
They
them,
were
or
green. They were green.
you robbed a bank in them.
Yes,
and then you
I did.
opened the
And I-
cash. Yeah, right in front of the thong.
Did you just
What's that?
you applauded yourself?
I can't hear you over the
You
sound.
applauded yourself.
Oh, just it's kind of a way to keep the train moving, crazy,
crazy
or
train, I
otherwise.
see.
Yeah, exactly right.
EA Sports.
It's in the game.
Welcome to. Would you wear that?
Ooh.
Basically, I'm going to show you guys a series of shirts,
Okay.
and you just let me know. And there's no way Allie's going to be able to see.
Well,
huh?
you asked me to come on. Now I can't even play.
I mean, do you want to come over this way, or do you want me to just? We could FaceTime, and I
Allie, you
can
can
show
stay
you the
here
screen.
and we can share a
No,
microphone.
let's do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Do what?
Sit with Richelle
Okay.
and Amelia sandwich.
Let's do that. Let's do
Allie
that.
sandwich.
Allie's. This is a series of shirts. I just am curious if you guys would wear this or not.
okay.
All right, here's the first shirt.
It's
And
blue.
let's just get Sam, if you
color.
can kind of describe all of these for the audio listeners.
It's a blue shirt on the back of a middle-aged man, I would assume. It says
Middle is generous.
okay.
He
I
is
was trying
old.
I was trying to be generous. Question for women who support Trump. When did you lose your dignity and self-respect as a woman? With no question mark at the end.
Yeah, bad pronunciation. Or sorry. Oh my God, punctuation.
La Pussy.
That's when it felt natural to you.
Yeah.
I guess my question to you guys is: would you wear that?
Fuck yeah.
I know Kevin would because it's blue.
It's blue.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I also have this question, so I would wear
It's
this
really
shirt.
funny.
Yeah.
That's cool. Why do you? Yeah. How so?
I would wear it.
Is it a Best Buy shirt on the front?
Yeah, it's a Geek Squad shirt. Amelia would wear it. Richelle
Mhm.
would wear it. Allie?
Sure. Interesting no question mark at the end. And interesting that dignity and self-respect are all caps and woman just kind of seems to trail off for this guy.
I really hope there's nothing on the front.
Yeah.
A blank blue.
If it was
Kevin?
black and white, I'd wear it.
The text is so I'm just admiring the screen print of the text is extremely clean. Almost borderline it looks like a Photoshop job, but it's not because you can see from the wrinkles on the left that it does bend properly.
Sure.
So yes, because of just how clean of a job they did.
But not the
Making this
message.
We could talk about that off mic. But no, they did a good job.
Next shirt. Sam, go ahead.
This one's in black and it says, God created police so that even firefighters could have heroes.
And then can you describe the kind of graphic that's going on
I
there?
thought it was like Daffy Duck at first, but now I can kind of, because there's a
Oh,
glare
that's
on the
way
screen.
better.
Yeah, there's 2 axes and like 2 fire hydrants spraying water at each other and a helmet in the middle, forming an X over a badge.
Oh.
God
is that pretty
created
good?
police
Yeah.
so that firefighters could have heroes. Would you wear that? I guess is my question.
Fuck yeah.
Hands down. I think I would. I like that.
I would only wear this if the Trump text from the last one was on the back of this shirt.
I would also wear this. I
This
also
is
agree.
shocking.
I agree
for
with the
me.
messaging.
How
Yeah.
so? Allie?
You know, I also like to believe that God created police.
What? There's no way.
We don't talk about it enough, but that's kind of my private
God
thought.
created police.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Just like in the 7 days that was on his list.
And that's what the Gareth podcast is about, right?
It's called God Made Cops. Yeah.
I think this would
So
be
we
a
have
good
to
night
love
shirt. You know how some shirts are kind of just for night?
Yeah, that's so this one's like a little bit past the, hips. It's a night shirt, yeah,
It's a
where it's
night
like
shirt.
halfway down the thighs.
I do need a new night shirt.
Yeah.
I have a night shirt that's kind of the same vibe as this.
Okay.
What is that?
It's
It's
like the
like-
thin blue line, right?
Well, no, it's like my name's Amelia, and yeah, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm too much for people. But it's like those hyper specific shirts that
Yeah.
it's like one of
Yeah.
them, and it's like it's like a wall of text that takes
Right.
up the entire shirt.
Right. To me, this is it's not a, to me this is a bad message.
We
We should-
Why?
It's
Yeah.
calling cops heroes.
Right. Well, no, I guess is that implying that a cop is a hero because they need a hero too?
No, so that firefighters could have heroes, the heroes of firefighters being police. So I'm shocked that this room all said yes.
I like the messaging of
Yeah.
God existing and creating.
So that gives you some kind of faith.
yeah.
Well, for me, the sort of onus is on the word could because they don't have to,
Yes.
firefighters don't have to have these police as their heroes, but they could.
But only if God creates police.
God created
Because they
them
could just have heroes.
just in case.
Okay.
I think there's too much going on with the design.
I
think
also think the text
it's-
is bad.
the text is tough, but I think the cop badge, the firefighter helmet, the axes, the hydrants, the water, all kind of in the same spot. Is
It's like a mandala of bad.
yes.
Also, kind of
Mandala.
just playing for the bit of like police and firefighter rivalry.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
it's so bad that it's good.
Yeah, it comes back around.
Sam?
This is a new shirt.
New shirt?
I love this one.
Blue shirt.
Yeah,
new
this
shirt,
is-
blue shirt.
Something borrowed something.
I would wear this today.
Kevin Bluetelt would do that.
Yeah.
On your
Yes.
Kevin.
Yes.
On your mark, get set, terrible.
That's just a plain good shirt.
That's pretty
like
dang good.
that's not. This is an open and shut case.
Okay, so can anyone else answer? Or?
I agree with the messaging of this shirt, so I would wear
How
it.
so? The messaging is nothing. It means nothing. Get set terrible.
I've
As if
agreed
it's a
with all
verb?
the I've agreed with all the shirts so far.
All right. Well, now I have to wait a whole calendar year to get this for Richelle's birthday.
This seems like something that is made by AI that is
For AI.
Yeah. That is so bad that it like works, you know? It's insane. I really like it.
All right. I mean, asked and answered. Would you
Mhm.
wear that? You would. Allie, you've said nothing about this shirt.
I love the baby blue too.
I think it could be really good if you were a track coach.
Mm.
because
you're
that's
the
how
one-
you're
Yeah.
like negging people into
Yeah,
running faster.
Yeah, like I'm telling people at the starting line, terrible.
They haven't even started yet. That's terrible coaching.
I feel like this is a Dr. Seuss line that has gotten lost.
Yes. I was going
Yeah.
to say it's like a podcast name from 2015 and they're sitting there and they're like it's just a little too long. So they're trying to do Get Set Terrible,
Yeah.
but that doesn't really work either.
And
Mark
then he
gets it.
screams, "What the fuck, guys?" And then they're like, "Wait, that
They go,
could work."
Hold on. Yeah. That's the show.
Sam.
We got another shirt here. I like my coffee hot and strong. Me and coffee equals twins.
This is a good shirt.
So basically, this one confused me a lot at
Very
first.
confusing.
Lots of different fonts going. Some of it's cursive, some of it's impact, some of it's like a French bistro in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Twins is like almost
Comic Sans.
Posted 6 hours ago.
Wait, what?
You just
follow
found
them?
this. Holy shit, dude.
Same day. That's never happened on the show. Usually people are pointing out that it's been like 500 weeks ago.
Yeah, the other one was from like 2017, and this was earlier today.
She really is modeling it too. Shout out to
Whoa.
Megan's_story.
Yeah.
And she really does tell a story. I might throw her a like, actually.
She's walking down the line.
She's walking the line.
It's a, no shade, a very specific
It's a-
photo shoot.
Yeah, this is a lot of,
This
a field
is a
sobriety
legitimately good shirt, and I would wear this.
I guess, if you're solving for the transitive property, it's I like my me, like, are hot and strong.
Or I like myself.
Well, that would be better grammar, but if you truly are subbing,
Yeah.
like for like, it's I like me hot and strong.
It's two different ideas. It's like
Which makes it good. I would wear this shirt.
I like me hot and strong. Like I also like my coffee.
This is Kevin's like morning affirmations in the
Yeah.
mirror.
This is my New York Times crossword puzzle. It's just all the different ways you can make this sentence.
You is wise. You is hot and strong. You
Putting
is
the equal sign
important.
in different spots.
Yeah. So would you wear that?
Yeah.
I think these
Yes.
shirts are getting better.
Out of
Yeah.
all of them, this is the one I would wear.
I think
Yeah.
I would actually wear this. Everything so far I would not wear other than this.
Not even the police one?
That one's my least favorite.
Oh.
It looks bad. The message is the worst.
Huh.
Moving on.
Okay, this one's good. This one's good.
Sam?
fuck what they think. Pure trash is what I'm
Yeah.
assuming that says.
It's a garbage can. Fuck is significantly better, bigger than everything
Fuck
else,
is
and better. But it is funny that it says "fuck" and then underneath what they think. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
a way too large logo for a shirt
Yeah.
company we don't know about.
Yeah.
5 likes.
It's
What's the caption? When you're too busy living your best life to care about opinions. That's it. Period. When you're too busy living your best life to care about opinions. Wear it loud, wear it proud.
it's from a company I guess called Pure Trash Tees.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ, they have
wow,
more
yes.
followers.
No, they
than-
paid for them, man.
Yeah, that's true.
All these likes are very low, under 300,
The
and then they have
ratio's not
97.6 thousand followers.
What does that white one say? Oh, okay.
This is pretty good.
There's an alcoholic living in my mirror.
Oh man, it's giving Father's Day shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you wear this? Let's start with Richelle, and we'll end there.
I would love to wear this shirt.
Well, don't speak like you're being held at gunpoint.
No, I would. I'll wear it right now.
Occur.
I agree with the messaging of this shirt.
Never guess what to get Richelle
Nope.
as a gift.
Um,
It's always going to be novelty teas.
I don't like this one. I don't.
Why?
I don't like
It's
the.
so similar to so many others we've seen that you've loved.
I don't like the text.
If it was in Comic Sans, I would
Yeah.
like it. Like if it was like doing the opposite of what the impact is doing.
I
Oh,
think
that's funny.
fuck should be fuck should be bigger, and what they think should be way smaller.
I don't think fuck can get bigger than this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's gonna.
tough.
Well, no, I think it can, and Kevin wants it to start bleed onto the.
Yeah,
it wants it to start
armpits.
bleeding onto the the sleeves.
Oh, that's a great idea. Where like the F starts in the armpit and the K ends, so it's like I think that shirt says fuck.
You have to go like this.
Yeah.
It only really reveals what it says when you yawn.
Good night shirt.
Yeah,
That's funny,
another
yeah.
night shirt.
All right,
Headgum should do a night shirt line.
That's a good idea.
Sam.
What does it say? I have a glare on the screen from my angle too, by the way.
Okay, let's have Amelia read these.
All right, this says indoorsy, but the letters are very colorful,
Sure.
and there's like black lines going through them for some reason. It looks cracked. It
You
looks
might-
cracked.
Could you read the caption on this one? I feel like there's a story here.
Yeah, there's
This
not
was
enough
exactly
context.
a year ago.
Ooh, good.
Despite the fact that my therapist refuses to apologize to me for saying I could leave the house and nothing bad would happen to me, I have persevered. In honor of my recent misadventure with temporary blindness and vow to never leave my house again, I present you with Indoorsy t-shirts available in 12 colors, unisex sizes, extra small through 5X. Stay inside where it's safe. 52 weeks ago.
My God.
Jesus.
And she's still there.
I hope her eyes are doing better.
I mean, temporary. Seemingly, she's fine.
How many followers? God, man. These people have so
Damn.
many followers.
I don't.
She looks
So
so
I just
cool.
clicked on this person's
close up on her
profile.
eyes.
This is at Bespattered Facade, and their their description says ruining trays in the forest outside Charleston.
Trays. They mean trees?
Yeah, because the emoji is a tree, so I think she meant tree.
Oh, this is like a very like Lisa Frank inspired
Yeah.
art.
That's really doing Lisa Frank dirty.
Oh, okay.
What a clusterfuck.
I like this.
So maybe her trays are made out of wood.
But why is
just-
she ruining them?
Yeah.
Ruining trays. She has an online shop, so guys, please go buy something
I
from
would-
Bespattered Facade.
I would wear this because I want to support her.
Yeah, good
business.
for
Yeah.
her.
I like it because it looks like it could be like a Gaspar Noé like horror film title or something.
Yeah.
Like an A24's fucking.
Indoorsy.
The white one
Indoorsy.
looks good.
All right.
Wait, is it coming out of there now?
Yeah, now it's coming out of there. I will say, would you wear that?
I like the one in white.
You like Indoorsy in white?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's cool.
Rochelle?
Yeah, that looks good.
Great. Sam?
I like the black one. I would wear it just because it looks kind of cool.
And the
Yes,
final shirt.
I don't even need to read the text. I would wear this.
Why?
because of the Eminem that's on it. It's
All right.
Eminem giving a face that's like, you know what I mean?
And then what does the text say?
The text says, I say I don't know, but sometimes I be knowing. I love this
I can
shirt.
see you in this.
Yeah, I already have an Eminem shirt, so I gotta add that to the collection.
You know, it reminds me of a piece of advice that Paris Hilton said once that I think about often, which is
Yeah.
sometimes if you do something bad enough enough times, they'll stop asking you to do it. Not that I do that at
That's
work.
good advice.
That's what I've been told.
There's a name for that.
Yeah.
Weaponized incompetence.
Yes,
Oh.
correct. Would you wear this?
I like it. I think it's funny. What are the other cringy teas? Because there's a company called Cringy Teas and it says new cringy tea. And the warehouse straight up forking it. And my haha, well, let's just say my palates.
And it's a forklift with personality
I love it.
lifting boxes.
Yeah, this is the,
So good.
I'm going to call it the Amelia birthday set.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
I can't talk. I'm mewing. This is there's no shirt that you can't get me to wear.
Purple shirt, blue emoji face, kind of like doing a duck face, which
He's mewing.
okay. Can't talk, I'm mewing. Guys, that was
That was good. It was a lively segment.
Would You Wear That?
You know, we need our ears to do our job.
Sorry, what's that supposed to mean?
What is job?
What is job?
Aspiring.
We'll be right back, and Kevin and Richelle might not be here.
Art yet?
And we're back. Welcome to our next segment, which is called As Soon as I Can Find the Button. That's just buying time. There we go. These headphones are so low.
They're. You want to swap?
No. Guys, welcome to a segment I like to call Cut or Gnaw.
Okay, I like it. Please don't be a circumcision segment. Little joke.
We all edit podcasts. Mine is just this one. But
Mhm.
sometimes as podcast producers, you have to use your best judgment. Even when no instruction is given from the host,
Yep.
you should probably cut this thing that they said, right?
Yep.
You cannot look at the screen.
Why not?
Is it going to be clips from our shows that you think should be cut?
That would have been funnier. And Grace, you had to
That's
cut
tough,
that
so
out. That would have been better.
It is tough when the person pitches a really good one.
No, this is a list of things that I wrote that are things that hosts could do or say. Most of these hosts are on shows that you guys produce.
Oh boy.
So, for example, what if Mike Mitchell said, I'm not saying it's a permanent solution, but I do think every public school teacher in America should have a rifle at work. Cut or not?
I think it depends how it's said.
Okay.
If
So
it's
what?
said-
So
if
can
it's
you give us?
obvious that it's
Let's have you give us a line read for where you're like, that's fine.
You know what I think? I think every public school teacher in America should have a rifle.
That's really saying it with his chest. I would cut that. Richelle, what do you
That
think?
can stay. It's obviously ironic.
I would leave it in and see what
Yeah.
happens.
So, well, you just want the show to be over.
Yep.
Because then
And
you can
less
focus
editing.
on your Twitch.
Yeah. Less editing.
Kevin?
I am leaving it, but I am bleeping rifle, and then I am teasing at the beginning of the episode. Something was cut from the episode. If you want to hear what it was, subscribe to the Patreon.
That's funny.
Getting a little bump, I get a little piece on the side, and all I had to do was beep one word.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Wow.
That's the master
He's-
right there.
That's the
She's
chef,
the
dude.
goat. All right. What if Hayes Davenport said, I have an announcement. I'm really, really, really angry that Sean didn't ask me to be in his pickleball movie.
Ooh. I'm 100% leaving it. But it's so fun to think about cutting stuff like mid-sentence.
Sure.
I have an announcement. I'm really, really,
well, no, let me
really-
say it and you tell me where you're going to cut it.
Okay.
I have an announcement. I'm really, really, really angry
Cut.
that. I mean, that's why they call him the chef. Allie, would you cut that?
No, I think I'd leave it in.
Mm-hmm. That one's kind of fine, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That'd be good.
Promo for the movie ultimately.
Yeah, and good content for the show in the moment.
Yep.
Kevin, are you kind of upset that you're not in the dink?
I'll have to answer after I see it.
Okay.
Are you?
I did audition for
I
it.
know.
Oh,
Are you upset?
I'm not
that-
upset.
You're just not talking to me anymore. Even though-
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to be here, but here we go. What if you okay, this is not something a host says,
Okay.
but during a record,
Great.
you overhear from the other room on mic in the background, Casey bragging about how Headgum has so few POC hosts.
Casey.
Sort of his Irish heritage coming into
no.
play. Yeah.
That's a real quote.
Yeah. Do you kind of EQ that out? Do you bump it up so he's finally fired and Richelle can focus on her Twitch?
I'm leaving it, but I'm voice changing it because I'm curious if people can recognize. Because I've done voice changing stuff, and
Sure.
people can still guess who the person is just by their cadence.
That's funny.
And I'm wondering if people can tell Casey just by the pattern of his voice.
That's really interesting. You're asking a lot of the audience.
Yep, that's true.
Is to even hear it in the background,
Mhm.
decipher what their voice is saying, and then be like, I can tell that the voice was modulated. Who could that be? Well,
Here's-
cadence-wise, it sounds like Donahue.
Here's where I would fuck it up, though. I would go through all of that effort of changing his voice, but I would leave in me saying, Casey, no.
I like how you phrase it, bragging.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
funny.
an accomplishment.
That's actually really funny. Allie, would you leave that in?
I think I'd cut it out just because that seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But I'd probably, and then I'd probably have a sidebar convo with him later where I'm like, hey, I just want to let you know something happened. And I think you need to examine your biases.
Sure. Yeah. Amelia?
That I would do that.
No, because if Allie hadn't said that, what were you going to say? Yeah, before Allie said that. Richelle?
This is a moral dilemma because
You hate the shit out of doggy.
Casey got me this job, so I owe him a lot, but also I am a POC, so I don't know. I guess I leave it in.
Got his ass.
I owe him this job. I'll leave it in.
So you work on
You already asked for
Allie.
this.
You work.
Rochelle does.
Oh, so
and then-
Richelle. Okay, so this one's just for Richelle.
Yeah.
What if?
You need to cut that.
I know.
You actually need to cut that.
No, that one I put in here just to make you say that.
That's awesome. Re-release.
Oh, fuck.
Geoff
We'll
starts
bleep
the
it.
episode with and then beep and then
Yeah,
his
you gotta beat
Patreon.
that
Well,
out of the spirit
like
of
it.
this.
No, a lot of it is. Sam, do you work on beep?
Yeah, I work
No,
on beef.
that's Richelle. Richelle,
Yeah.
like is in this town. I'm sorry, but we brushed it under the rug.
Oh, Geoff.
Sam, what if Wayne Brady mocked the poor?
What
You haven't
if?
watched the show, clearly.
Because he does.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I would be shocked, and I would cut it.
That's cool. No, I
thi-
hear he's an amazing person.
I FaceTimed Panicked Sam a couple days ago.
Oh yeah,
Because he turns the reverb on.
I can do it right now for us.
for Wayne Brady,
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
and it did not turn off. And so Rachel Bilson was talking to Allie and AJ, and just had this crazy reverb on her voice.
Sorry, are you talking about
Wait,
Allie
Allie-
Khan and someone else, or Allie and AJ the
No,
band?
Allie's a fan. Allie and AJ, the pop sister
That's
duo,
insane.
and
Were you
Rachel.
recording?
I think I was. And I FaceTimed Sam. I was like, Sam, how do you turn this off? How do you turn this off?
I saw that on the calendar, and I was wondering if it was the Allie.
Yep,
and
it
AJ.
was.
That's
They were very
amazing. That the reverb was on for a Headgum podcast record, and I really wanted to leave it on.
It is
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I could show everyone how to turn it off right now if they need to.
What if Matt Apodaca casually started using the C word?
Oh my
Cool.
gosh.
Cunt?
No.
Which word?
Yeah, that one. Would you cut that, or would you?
It's also an inflection thing. It depends how he says it.
Yeah.
Because if he was like, Sandra Bullock's a cunt.
The hell?
The episode starts.
But
with
if he
that.
said,
yeah.
Sandra
That's
Bullock
the-
is so cunt, that's different.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
cold
Yeah.
open is just Richelle saying that.
Yeah.
What the hell? Richelle, do you ever say Richelle? Yeah.
What?
Ooh.
Rochelle, yeah.
Why are you mad?
Hell yeah.
Just like it's like hell yeah.
No, I'm actually never. That's never crossed
The
my
one
mind
t-shirt
before.
she
You've
won't wear.
never been this angry. I've like known you vaguely for like 3 years. You've never been like, what the fuck are you saying?
I don't like
How-
it.
That's because
Okay.
you have cool nicknames already.
That's what, like what?
Ranch.
Ranch is your
Rochelle
nickname?
Shell.
I guess we don't know each other.
I don't think I've had more than 2 conversations with you.
No, that's cool. For
And it's
sure.
gonna stay
Yeah, it's
that way.
Yeah, and you're like, I prefer it that way. What would you nickname me? Clim?
King
Kim's-
Geoffrey. Does anyone call you that?
No, but anytime like I get in a lift and they're like, for Geoffrey, I feel like an asshole.
Yeah, that's
like
good.
I didn't choose.
Yeah. It's like Bartell.
Yeah,
Leprosy. Leprosy
There we
James.
go.
that's really good.
Ooh.
Callback.
What if Jesse Klein kept appealing to get sponsored by Shein?
I think it's Shein,
Shein.
isn't it?
She
What
and
is it?
Shine, I've heard both.
Yeah. What if Jesse Klein kept appealing to get sponsored by Shein, by saying the faster the fashion, the more cash for mommy?
Ooh. It's tough when it's a good hook.
I think that would make a good shirt, and yes, I would wear it.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I would only approve it
Sheen.
if AI was going to do the ad read.
Allie, what do you say to that? I mean, what is there to say to that?
I think that cash for mommy could be something.
Yeah.
So The second part.
Related to this or just separate?
No,
a
I just
business?
feel like maybe like as a tagline, as merch, as a catchphrase, cash for mommy. I don't know. There's something.
What would it be outside of this context?
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Right,
What are you
but
talking about?
you're
Anytime I ask for anything, it could just be cash for mommy. Enough with daddy, right?
Right. So like submitting an invoice.
Cash for yeah.
Oh man,
You know what?
Allie,
We
all
We should
my-
do that next
yeah.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, LLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys actually all email your invoices.
Yeah.
If you do that and put Katie on it too and don't
Subject,
explain why.
Cash for mommy.
Cash for mommy.
That's funny.
I-
That-
Invoice attached.
what if
That's
Weiger
okay.
said he was going on a hunger strike for charity?
Ooh.
But then on mic, you kept hearing him sneak little bites of cereal.
That's staying in 100%.
And he was really on a soapbox about it. He's
Yeah.
like, Mitch, you go ahead. You're going to have to be having these chain restaurants
You-
reviews. Like, I'll just go along with whatever you say.
That's staying in. It would be a whole argument, and
Yeah.
that's staying in.
the like a single shot of Mitch, but you hear chewing.
Yeah, exactly.
Is so funny too. I really like that.
Rochelle?
Yeah, keep it in.
She's still
Let's
mad
cancel
at me
everyone.
for the Rochelle yeah thing. This last one's not worth saying.
I saw a little bit of it.
That was
Amelia, what did it say?
cut or nah.
I saw Mark Maron.
That one was what if Mark Maron guested on one of your guys' shows and kept saying things like, this isn't how a podcast is supposed to go. It's all supposed to be in a garage. And he kept hammering the point home. Grace, you have to cut
That
this.
would really work for handbook.
That's funny.
We have booked him before.
On what?
Census working overtime.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I
Aren't
used to have
they
beef with
Yeah.
Maron.
Did you?
Fuck it. Let's just move on.
Cut it.
No, keep it, but let's move on.
Guys, do you prefer mixed audio or mixed race?
Don't make me choose.
I can see all of these, so I know what's coming. I'm just gonna.
Thank God Casey's not here.
Guys, which has helped you more in life? Adobe Creative Suite or prayer?
Um, prayer because it's cheaper. Little joke about the price.
Allie, how long have we been going?
49.
Perfect.
Ooh, halfway there.
Halfway to the
Living on a
break.
prayer.
Guys, would you want your hourly rate to increase to $100 per hour, but during every record you produced, you had a 1 in 10 chance of being intensely public sorry,
You got
Grace, cut that out.
it. I liked the area.
Guys, would you want your hourly rate to increase to $100 an hour, but during every podcast record you produced, you had a 1 in 10 chance of being intensely publicly embarrassed?
Only if I had no ads.
No ass?
No ads. And ass.
Only if you had no ads.
I'd
Yeah.
want to see a preview of what the embarrassment
Yeah, what
was
kind of
gonna
embarrassment
be.
are we talking?
It's like really, really bad.
Okay.
It's like the
Ooh.
shit you don't want even the people closest to you to know about.
Mm.
Like a secret's revealed?
Not necessarily secrets, but like people pointing out your like deepest insecurities.
What if you don't have any?
You don't have any insecurities?
I wasn't talking about me. I was talking about everyone else.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
clearly I don't know.
We all do. Maybe not Rochelle.
I'll take the money.
Allie said cash
I'll take
for
$100
mommy.
for $300.
Yeah, cash for
Cash for
mommy.
mommy.
I'll take the public embarrassment, but you could keep my rate the same. I don't need the money.
That's the worst answer I've ever heard. Okay, well, Allie, because you said yes, what about $1,000 an hour? But it's a 1 in 4 chance.
You know what? Fuck it. YOLO, baby. Sure.
I
We're
wouldn't
getting
take
close
the
to
first...
Chef Kevin territory.
God is ass. God is ass.
God his ass?
God his
God
ass.
his ass.
Well, he got our ass, rather.
God?
Yes.
God
This
got
is-
his ass.
God created the
royalty-free.
police.
I would take the $1,000 an hour for the 1 in 4 chance. That's a lot.
Would
3
you get
hours
fired
of
if it was a
work.
bad public humiliation so you wouldn't get to keep working anyway?
Yeah, like what if it was a Geoffrey Tubin Ooh, that's a good nickname for you.
What? What is Geoffrey Tubin?
Oh, Geoffrey Tubin got in trouble. He was a journalist,
Yeah,
right?
He was at the New Yorker.
What do you do?
Jerking it.
So it was during the pandemic.
Lockdown, baby.
And they were in a Zoom meeting, and he
All
didn't-
hands.
He didn't.
Oh, this guy.
That was good. He didn't realize his camera was still on, and he started jerking off. And he got fired.
But he's still working now, so take the money.
Yeah.
That's
you have to call this
insane.
episode "Producer All Hands."
That's funny. No, I don't mean that. I mean like your insecurities, not
Sure.
sexual deviancy. What role should luck play in scheduling?
0.
Oh, great question.
Wait, Geoff, can you turn down the spa
The music
music
is
a little?
so loud. I can't even hear you talking.
He hit it once.
Sure, I'll turn it down.
You turn it back up?
No, I didn't.
20%.
It's crescendoing right now.
Yeah.
That's just the mix. I'm sorry. I can't go back and edit that.
To me, it is like a 90-10 thing given the day of the week. If it's 90% luck or 90% skill.
That's awesome.
Yep. So it's pretty. I love it.
Allie?
I guess scheduling is always a little bit of luck. A wing and a prayer.
I love that my whole fucking job is just scheduling 60, 70 hours. Just being like 9 people's assistants is a really fun thing that I really enjoy.
Kevin, you're actually doing
Sorry,
a Kevin's
yeah,
Druthers.
Sorry.
Which is like a different segment.
Sorry. Yeah.
Kevin's Druthers is a segment.
Blank's Druthers. It could be like
I like.
Richelle's Druthers, but I fear what she would say.
What the fuck is a druther?
Like
It's like
if
a
I
sister
had
and
my
brother.
druthers.
Yeah.
I think we're using it wrong, actually.
It's a leprosy thing.
Guys,
Yeah.
guys, rank your favorite podcast guests in terms of ethnicity.
Guest in terms of ethnicity. Okay, beep this.
Well, you're like, well, number one has to
He
be.
said number one white.
Yeah. Oh
Michelle.
God, what's his name?
Casey?
No, the guy on.
Yeah, Casey.
Yeah, that's funny. No, Tim Baltz.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
If you rank him number one, I know you're a white supremacist.
I love Tim so much.
Tim rules.
I love Tim.
What medications are you currently on?
You asked this last time.
Celsius.
Are you asking everybody?
Well, yeah, we already know yours.
I take magnesium glycinate to go to bed.
That's
Ooh, I
great,
have
but it's not.
that.
That's a supplement. That's
Oh,
not.
well, that's
medication.
it. That's all I
Nicotine.
got.
What about previously?
You don't want to know.
I took like an acid reflux medication when I was young that is no longer on the market.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It tasted like
Bubblegum.
bananas that had been doused in citric acid.
Lovely.
Are you refluxing right now?
No. Guys, should
You're giving reflux.
everybody cracks up. The hell?
Refluxy.
Guys, should courthouses have a drive-through?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever apologized for being you?
Not once.
I apologize for being human. So I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm human. When I do something very preventable and stupid, I go, "Sorry, I'm human."
Can you do it with no irony?
Sorry, I'm human.
That's yeah.
My going off of that, my latest that I've been doing is I'm sorry, that was like a past version of myself that I don't associate with anymore.
I don't recognize
I
that.
I
Allie.
don't agree with what she did and I don't stand by it.
I like that. Blaming it on past Allie.
Yeah, she's wrong, but me here now, I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Don't you think that's evading responsibility a little bit by kind of separating it into two entities? One that's like, well, that was her.
I'm holding her accountable, and then in turn, I'm holding myself accountable. And going forward, different version of myself. You won't even recognize me. I'm so much better than you even thought I could be.
You should be a prosecutor. Kevin, tell us why you think
Because he's in Hollywood.
that's really good. Plugs! What do you guys have going on? What do you want to point the people towards? This has been the Oops All Producers episode.
Thanks for having us.
Plugs. What do you guys have going on? What do you want to point the people towards? The floor is yours. Let's start with Amelia.
Let's see. You can follow me on Instagram at Skidmark4. You can follow or listen to the Doughboys podcast. We're on YouTube, Spotify, wherever. You could listen to Gareth's new podcast that Kevin works on. I was a guest on it.
Amelia's a regular. Comes out June 5th.
Yes. And Gareth is really funny. You should check that out. And also, this came out a little while ago, but I have you could catch it on YouTube. I executive produced and wrote and acted in this like variety sketch show starring Poppy, the musician Poppy.
Very cool.
It's called Improbably Poppy.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's on Veeps and it's on YouTube. It's free on YouTube, so just check it out there. And yeah, that's
Very
it.
cool.
That's crazy.
Sweet.
Sam,
Richelle?
You can follow at me at Twitch at twitch.com/yard__sard so I can stop working at Headgum.
Twitch.tv.
Twitch.tv. Whoops.
That's right. What are you playing right now?
We're gonna spin a wheel. I don't know yet. We're done with the game I just finished.
You should play like NBA 2K23.
If I play that,
will
will you come on my Twitch?
Yeah, if you do a My Career and you create Richelle Chen. It's like you
What
get to
does that
create
mean?
your own
It's
character that
Richelle, it
enters-
is so weird. They've created like hyper specific careers now in these sporting games, and it's like for the football game, you do the My Career mode, and it's like you agree to a charity event, but Nike wants to have a meeting with you in Hawaii, and it's like it's all moral conundrums.
This is like Podcast Simulator.
It's all trolley problems.
It's Podcast
This is
Simulator.
When are you going to play
Kevin's Podcast
football?
Simulator.
Oh, you don't?
No, you kind of like the football is like a commercial break, and then they throw moral conundrums at you.
That's really funny.
It's bizarre.
Wow, I need this.
I would
good.
love
I
to
like
come on
it.
your Twitch. You've never invited me. You're saying this like I've
There it is.
evaded it.
Well, I'm sorry for being me.
Yes,
No way.
that rocks.
Kevin?
Don't listen to any of the shows I work on, but you can watch my vlog on YouTube. Just type in Kevin Bartelt. I do a podcast production vlog. It's a lot of fun and very therapeutic. Check it out.
Well, you should say the last episode you did was you going to Guitar Center to get like a mic stand and you were like screaming at an employee.
Yeah, well, I deserve a discount.
You said, "Don't you know who I am? I'm Chef Kevin."
Go to the Instagram. No, the
Yeah.
other one. Yeah, a lot of that stuff. But thanks, man. Anything you'd like to plug? Host of the show?
Sam.
What
Sorry,
about
Sam.
Sam?
I
You
thought
get left out over here. No, I'm just kidding. My band Guck has a record coming out in
yeah.
July on 31G Records. Check it
Hell
out,
yeah.
man.
Honor Records.
Nice.
Very cool.
Records. But yeah, you can listen to Wayne Brady and Jesse and Liz's show. I'll be here.
Allie?
And then you can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/gluing shit on paper. Is that correct?
You're going
That
live
is
tonight,
correct.
right? 6
Yep.
p.m.?
Yep, 6 p.m.
Wow.
Not when this episode comes out, but do you
Yeah.
go live on Fridays?
I've been doing Friday night live streams.
So if you're watching this on a Friday, check it out. And if you're watching it on a Monday, check
Yeah,
it out. 6
check it out.
p.m.
Really?
Pacific.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do 5 days a week, sometimes weekends.
I love it.
Let's go.
Look at all these
Woo,
streamers.
Oh.
Everyone's trying to
It's fun.
Pay rent.
Get the
no
fuck.
quit.
I think I'm gonna hop on the stream train. I've been thinking about it for a while.
Amelia,
you
you would
should.
kill. You would kill.
Yeah.
You should.
They would love
I,
you.
What would
I
you
might
do?
ask you guys for advice. I would play video games. I would play Balatro because I'm obsessed with Balatro.
Yes.
I would do stuff like that. Maybe man on the street stuff could be fun. Go
You'd
like
be
walk
great
around
at that.
Universal City Walk, get into
Yes.
some shit like that, maybe. Yeah.
What's the show called?
Kevin's
Mark 5.
Druthers. Skid Mark 5 is good though.
Yep.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Geoffrey James, on TikTok.
That was a Headgum original.